everyone, and now this is the quarterfinal of the SenSAtional Tournament, and I really wanted to show this match because I think from my perspective it was probably one of the best match I had to play, and one of the best I did play. Because first, seohyun, it's against seohyun, and seohyun is actually a pretty good player, and also I did deploy again the Marine deck, so very based. And I'm on the bad side of Plunging Valley, which is, yeah, bad side. And I did deploy a good inventory strategy. So my plan was to go on Foxtrot with fast unit. He's playing Scandinavia, so normally there ain't too much risk. And I really studied him a lot, and I realized he liked to fob snipe. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna fob snipe you. If you fob snipe me, it's so hard. Like he fob sniped every opponent he could. So yes, I'm also sending the Phantom 2 to get some early info. Sadly, I get a little bit too late on the Phoenix 20mm, so I'm gonna actually lose it. So I couldn't drop my infantry, but I still get the kill. And that's why I send already a Cobra and Royal Marines on the side. I'm also sending my Lynx H7 on the side of the map to scout his unit, trying to spot my fob, a Phoenix 20mm or Scout Defender. And this is why I buy 2 eyes. This is like very unusual, but this is completely this is basically total player dependent. Sadly, I couldn't get his Jaeger 19 before I drop off, so I move, and on top of it I lose 2 Rima 85. That was like so that hurt so much. That is, I gun run his Jaeger 19, and you can see already the match is very strange. But yeah, that's a normal game. We're in tournament, we tend to do something different, especially considering we know each other deck. So when you know the opponent deck, you do something very unusual. I lose my Falchion Jaeger. Yeah, Jaeger 19 elite squad, very good. I was using my plane. I evac too late, I do believe. And yeah. Sending base defense, but at least my fob isn't spotted yet. It ain't spotted. That's probably the most important thing. My push on Foxtrot didn't work very well, but on the other side of the map, at least you don't have much good ground, and I still have some valuable units. So my 2 IMX 10 RC are still alive, and yeah, the very deep damage here. We can see a Scout Defender going for my fob. That we deny. The infiltration of Royal Marine is here. He didn't spot it, or maybe he spotted and decided to buy this. What's it? I think it's a rover. Yeah, it's a rover. Now it's dead. Scout Defender is also dead. I'm gonna evac, but too late. Still very lucky for him to get this many hits. He like kill every 2 ASF so early on. And now I know his fob, so I'm gonna buy the Reno. I know he likes to fob them. I know, okay, I know this is like not very kind for me to fob snipe him, but he fob snipe every single opponent. That's why, you know, I try to ask my opponent if they want to play without fob sniping. I'm okay with not fob sniping people, even if they use a beacon, which is extremely strong. I just don't like fob sniping, but some players like to play with fob sniping, I guess. So I know how you can like his, but yeah. I'm also trying to do as much damage as I can with my helicopter to fob, because fob are very susceptible to helicopter pod, rocket pod. This doesn't come often. I will even say like rarely it comes into play, In this match, already some rockets were sent, so now, yeah, we're gonna kill the fob. And I was able to protect my fob from timing. Without losing too much, I lose two, both ISF, I think was mostly because of luck, and I got killed from them. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I send Rima 85 on the back of Foxtrot. I will send also Gurkhas, and my plan in the long run is to stopping his reinforcement and slowly get a grip here, and then later on in the game send some mid shield and finally confront him. Or maybe my Lynx H7 while cutting off his reinforcement. So I'm playing on the long run here. I see he has two planes. At this point I knew he liked a lot cluster bomber, and we saw on the unit model it was actually a cluster bomber. It may be bad, but I knew it was a cluster bomber and immediately dodged with the Rhino. I can't send the SF, my SF will be too weak at close range. I bite Trocador up here thinking it will come in early enough, but actually it didn't. It came way too late. At least I dodge, so I'm gonna still use my Trocador up here, but yeah, that wasn't best. So everything on the backside actually on this game, like nothing going like on the front line. Like we basically forgot to play the game. Yeah, and now the Royal Marine's gonna come in the side and try to ambush his unit going on Foxtrot. So everything going on Foxtrot. I know, I do feel like it's, yeah. Even seeing that, I'm thinking, oh my god, I was so fucking dirty this game. Yeah. Damn it, it's also pretty dirty. We saw basically two scout defender coming to my farm, and we know this is not for fucking standard scouting. Like it's literally for farm sniping. There's no better way to put it. Like it's literally farm sniping scout defender. But at the same time, on Bravo, it goes well. So, or well, it goes like okay. He sends some unit, but at the same time, we don't see any ATGM nor manpad, which really come bad for him. And I capture a supply truck that he then kill on his own, probably because he know I have a fob and he don't have a fob already. So like, it's better for him to kill the supply truck before I use it. And sadly, I did one mistake in my defense, and he spot the fob and also the CV, which gonna force me to move it. And at this point I'm thinking, oh my god, I had played so well to not get my fob spotted, and at the last moment I made a single mistake to not send my plane earlier, 10 seconds earlier, and he spotted. So I was extremely sad and realized, okay, so now I'm still happy because I have killed his own fob, and now every missile, every salvo that he's gonna send from his beacon gonna cost a lot. And I'm also trying to rearm my Rhino as soon as possible on the fob. So like, I'm gonna try to use the maximum amount of ammunition from my fob before it dies. And also maybe stunning or killing his beacon. I'm counter-attacking him. Problem is beacon is actually pretty armored. It's 2, except on the front I think, where it's 3. So it's really a resilient artillery. And even the Rhino with his insane accuracy won't cut it. I'm trying to get the vision. That's why I'm trying to get the vision with the Royal Marines to get a corrected shot to get the maximum amount of damage possible. On Bravo, sadly, it doesn't work too well. The Lynx H7 ran out of ammunition before killing it, so I'm forced to move another Lynx H7 for him. Try again the same maneuver with his his cluster bomb. This time I have the Tomcat. He evac before my missile hit. That's some well play for him. And I lose position on the middle. I'm forced to send SC because I will lose too much momentum. He moved his beacon, or maybe I was unlucky. I didn't watch. No, I think he moved it. So actually, I didn't kill it. My fob is still alive, so I'm thinking, okay, now it's constant firing. Constant firing. I have no time to waste. I'm gonna lose my fob pretty early on, so I can't wait. I can't wait. There is no need to save ammunition. I'm just gonna have full non-stop bombardment until he kills my own fob. And you can see the beacon is still alive. The Royal Marine gonna give the corrected shot. That's some good shit. And we're gonna try to work from here. He infiltrates the giant forest and my +2, but it doesn't really threaten me too much for the simple reason that I'm playing Marine. So the way you most of the time get out of this issue is you run infantry in the giant forest, and you also at the same time stop his reinforcement in the giant battlefield with plane or helicopter, and that's everything that really goes for my deck. My deck is just good at both. So I was thinking, okay, it might be a death trap for him, considering how much my infantry is better. So actually I'm not afraid, and if it means being weaker on both Bravo and Foxtrot, that's actually very good for me. And already we see the Royal Marines getting 1 kill, and I'm gonna try to get even more kill during this game. Beacon is not killed. I was a little bit unlucky here, considering now it's corrected shot. No, normally corrected shot will get a kill, but it didn't. And I can't shoot more than 1 salvo or 2 because I don't have any fob anymore, so really that will too hurt much. That will yeah, my Rhino will be empty. I don't want my Rhino to be empty. I want to maybe use it against his own infantry in Delta, or maybe if he CV up on Delta I will maybe use my Rhino. So yeah, and Royal Marine getting more kill. On top of it, I have the VAB T23 that have also getting into the reinforcement route. So really, it's super tricky for him to get any reinforcement. And now I can use my final plan to finally attack the Foxtrot city, the Foxtrot factory. After that was like a long drawn out where I slowly isolated them, and now Crusader are completely isolated and he's forced to smoke, but it's like he's just waiting for time, and reinforcement won't really come in. Where Marine died, yeah, I do feel that was a little bit blunder, but you can see already the Crusader start to taking damage. Yeah, that's. Phoenix Similar not dying on the side. Some battle of ASF here. He could have actually killed my CV. That would have been horrible. Okay. At least I have to track a drop here. And Crotal. Yeah, the kill is here. And really, this Royal Marines 19 getting a ton of kill. Like, we often forget about it, but like, on Plunging Valley is a map that really give way too much room for infiltration. Um, and on Foxtrot you have to be very careful. Like along this road there is some forests which give cover to units that try to infiltrate you, and yeah, I really take advantage of this. And but I must admit it's dirty. I must admit it's dirty. And you will see, for example, this rover RBS trying to get the Cobra. That's some, yeah, some good move. Problem is he's in the open field and there is a Vapti T23 in his back and no armor, no armor. Instantly died. That means he don't have any AA now. And no AA on against the Cobra, even if it run out of rocket pod. That's not a problem. It can still shoot the grenade launcher. And honestly, grenade launcher of the Cobra is already enough to be a threat. Royal Marine did so much damage it almost ran out of ammo, so I make sure to be sure the low AT gonna hit. I wait for the vehicle to get closer. To get closer for scaling accuracy. And finally on Bravo I get the side. He's I don't know if we could call it like too focused on mid, but that may be the issue. Royal Marines don't have any RPG, so now yeah, they're gonna die, but they won't die without the honor. Really, they did amazing job. They're gonna have the full royal honor in my heart. Now it's time for some Mitchell on Foxtrot. He's trying to get super heavy on the open field. And the problem, as I said, is that in the open field you really suffer. Going for the engagement under my own AA, so that was supposed to be like a good engagement for me, and that still was, but like he dodged everything. Yeah, just don't be good, just be lucky. Oh my god, sometimes I hate this game. And now he knows where's Mari is, and he infiltrates so hard that he could get the kill. Which now makes the situation a little bit worse, and I try to get his tank, but he smoked micro well. And we see one auto magic. That wasn't lucky this time. That wasn't lucky. So a little bit weird, but at least I have the info that he has an auto magic, and not only that, but the auto magic is very far away. So now it kinda sucks for his infantry. Like his infantry is in forest, and they can't get really good A cover, and there is and I have a lot of helicopters. So now I'm gonna post my helicopter on the back. His tank goes too far from the smoke. He don't know about my recon, so now punish. His auto magic is unlucky on top of it because I fly through over, so he don't get the kill. And I got insanely lucky to get the kill on his SRV 101. Remember guys, laser guided bomb are not always precise. Sometimes they hit the unit, but from the side or the back or the front. Like they don't usually hit the top of the armor. It's only 50% accuracy, scale of course with side of the unit, veterancy and so on. But yeah, it's only 50%. And I needed this 2 times 50% hit, or maybe a little bit more with veterancy, but it is 60%, 2 times 60% hit to get a 1 pass 1 kill on the SRV 101, and I get it, which is very lucky and changed a lot of the game. Like instantly, that means He don't have any big tank, and on top of that, the Kurna survive. That's just horrible for him. You saw when I was speaking also the Vapte Ventress getting the kill on the transport of the Leaf Garden, trying to reinforce Foxtrot. Like that hurts so much. It's basically 10 minutes non-stop of no reinforcement for Foxtrot, and the Crystal Yagari 19 start to get really lonely and scared. Now he kills the Cobra, but he flies through my AA, and once again he's lucky. What? Okay, okay, never mind. He's not lucky. Never mind. Never mind. Yes, and even killing it, that's yeah. They're I'm sad for the Corsair Jaeger. They stand tall. They're still alive here, but they want reinforcement for 100 days. And the transporter, the Leaf Garden, gonna come eventually because they didn't die. But without transport, it's like 2 hours. On Bravo, they're gonna be SAS and ATGM, so almost unbreakable, or not unbreakable, but like it's pretty certain for me at this point he will not be able to push back on Bravo. So full focus on Delta now and the Giant Forest. This is where the fight gonna start. Really good usage of smoke, actually, really good usage of smoke. Problem, as I said, is that it costs him ammunition, time, and it needs reinforcement. Like it's not really good for him. And in the long run, what this guy wants, what the Corsair guy wants, is some squad reinforcing them. They don't want to be smoke for 2 hours. That's not what they need. I mean, that's what they need right now, but in perfect world he would get reinforcement. And I even sent Smo up to stop the reinforcement more, and see also my Vapte Ventress is not dead. I do my maximum to be as hard as possible and as elusive as possible with my units. His CV Delta, I might be a little bit too early. You see, he didn't have even good A. I knew he like there is one auto magic, but now I know his position. He don't have any long range A, and I have a Kurnas, which already could kill it theoretically if I get lucky, and I get also the Prowler, so he get good hits, but he lose the SF. Kurnas in action of one of his ISF, and probably the best ISF he has, like for the price, and on top of it getting the auto magic, 100% worth it. Also now there is room for more helicopter, and I get information about his TV. We know it's here, and yeah, Fighty Falcon gonna come here. Fighting Falcon. Didn't kill the CV, but yeah, didn't kill the CV. Now Peace Pheasant you incoming. It's a funny, yeah, it's not funny at all for him. Gonna lose the rover RBS, so more A losing, and we have the good, the delicious spam of Blue Marines, and both spam of plane, but also helicopter. Like the lengths, I can't reload them, which is very annoying. But it's just one fly of rocket pod is already enough to make them worth it. And that's sometimes one of the problem with Scandinavia against plane, or if you A macro is not really good, or you can't get them in place, that can be really tricky. That's why he played 2 card of ASF. But we see one more going down in exchange of a piece Pheasant you, which really isn't a good trade for him to lose an ASF again. That's not good. That's really not good. Jager 19 getting 2 kills on AMX 10 RC. It's okay, but they will get cut up. I think he went a little bit too far with his infantry. With that cover of A, many dies and no, they didn't kill. His HCF is out of ammo. Didn't die to the Vaptive Entrance, but died to the small. He SCV will have died anyway, and that's very sad. So now, like, we see a lot of units dying everywhere from him. Jager 19 dying, SRV 103D dying, Leaf Garden trying to push on Foxtrot, dying. Remember, this is a guy that has their transport cut up by the Vaptive Entrance, and now they are dead. And I think there was another squad of Leaf Garden, but other than that, there is almost nothing. And not only they were important, but I get the information because the Vaptive Entrance up on the screen would know if I need come. So I know now Foxtrot is for me. The attack is completely repel on mid, and I don't even need to push more. I don't need to push more. I just need to hold now. I can wait at the outside of the forest for hours with my good infantry, and no matter what, he will be forced to play into here or maybe push Bravo. If he tries to push Foxtrot, that will be super hard. Pushing Bravo will also be hard, but I feel like it will be less hard for him. And that's why I'm also bombing here, because I know there ain't too much AA, but also because I was scared a little bit there will be some infantry here trying to group up and maybe launch an attack. That's why I also send a K1. Yeah, it's a little bit paranoia, I know, but we never know. Now more spotted A. They don't have any good cover, so yeah, that's a problem. That's a big issue for him. That's a problem with infantry. I mean, he has throughout the game lack of cover in this open field. This is something that really come out pretty often when you play against a spam on a spam deck. So make sure to not fall into this trap. And you see, like, it's difficult. It's hard for him to place AA. I can't spot it. This one I couldn't spot it because it was a little bit too far away, but most of the time you are getting spotted so easily. On top of it, on Bravo, it's almost free. I saw that it didn't have any AA, and I decided to bomb a position for CV, go for CV sniping, which is completely retarded because he don't have any CV here. Like, what the fuck I was thinking about? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Sorry guys. I could have killed his Fasher Magger, but instead he Fasher Yagare, excuse me, but I didn't. So yeah, a little misplay, but yeah, it's okay. At least he didn't get the kill. Infiltration on the side, forced to use the Shita D2. Yeah, that was the second squad of Leaf Garden. Now we're gonna die. CV for +2. I'm gonna slowly get the point advantage. if he does not find a way to push both my CV, or maybe buy a CV on his own. And on mid, as I said, I just have to wait on the edge of the forest. And the Smo are so good on the edge of the forest. They already kill 2 Fashion Marker 19 because of this, and another one gonna die. Another one gonna die. You see on the screen. Very bad. Very bad. Yeah, yeah. They die. Smo run out of ammo. They run out. Just imagine. They run out of ammo. Like so good. They kill so much. And there is still Royal Marines and Rima 85. And also all the air spam behind it. Ah, situation looks so good now. I didn't even knew at this point where to bomb. I was like, my god, I've killed so much. They're not even like a good target. But I have to use my bomber because I was thinking like if I don't use them, then I might lose too much momentum. Could have been a mistake actually because I almost lose my Tomcat. Yeah, yeah. It would have hurt. He's restart to CV sniping after capping Bravo, which means 1+1 tick for me. Not enough for him, of course. I barely pass up in the conquest lead. Still not enough to get a win, actually. So I need to save his CV, and yeah, it's move. Not gonna die, not gonna die. Finally on Foxtrot I kill this Stormer that was strangling her for 10 minutes, I think. But it's alone, Can't do anything, can't get reinforcement. Just had to wait for my Lynx H7 for the kill. This Stormer was basically waiting here to die. I tried to counter-artillery his beacon. Didn't work, like, yeah, it's too much armor on it. Scouting helicopter for vision. Now we know he has an auto magic. That's always good to know. So this good. Now for bombing mid, we're gonna need some seed, but he decided to give up anyway because he could maybe counter my plane at this point, maybe, but he had lost too much map control and he couldn't probably fight against the infantry in mid nor push through Bravo because his A wasn't on Bravo, and the win is here for me. Amazing, like amazing win. It was dirty, not gonna lie, but I mean he was also dirty, and yeah, I find this game very interesting. The way infantry fight in mid. This Royal Marine 19. Look at this man. Look at this guy. Oh my god. Amazing guy. Oh, actually, I killed the CV with the bomber on mid. Also, the fight on Foxtrot, the way I delayed for a very, very, very long time his push, and against an opponent that really is not that bad. It's seohyun, not a bad player, really not bad player, and yeah, my plan to counter his beacon worked perfectly. His beacon almost get no value. He just kills the fob and basically nothing else. So that was again against seohyun. I won't update the second game in the quarterfinal against seohyun because I do feel like it's not very interesting. It's what It was a very one-sided stomp on hell in a very small place. I was playing mechanized and he was playing red dragon, and really I don't feel like it's very interesting. It's just mechanized spam against like a deck that can't deal with it very well, and it was very one-sided. So there won't be any game about it. Sorry. And so we are gonna be back for the semi-final against Balance. See you then.